Welcome into our broadcast between the Tampa Spartans and the visiting Colorado Mesa Mavericks. We do apologize and thank you for your patience in waiting for us to get on the air. As you've seen, the Spartans have taken a 2-1 lead, and we have 3:05 left here in the first quarter. I'm Bruce Wozniak, joined by Taylor Stolworthy. And the Spartans, of course, wearing all white this afternoon. Colorado Mesa, you see, in the black jerseys with yellow shorts. And a beautiful 82-degree day here in West Central Florida as the Spartans are in possession here after having just recently scored a man advantage goal, and they have it up top as the pass goes over and crossing the line, Charlie Bolish, and Bolish is knocked down and will chase after and still hasn't recovered the loose ball, and it's kicked at. Both teams battle for it, and Bolish comes away with it. And now a pass up ahead with 35 on the shot clock for UT. And faking the long shot and a nice little flip pass there by Nick Papa as it rolls into the corner. And just to the end line goes Colin White. And Colorado Mesa able to come away with it. The starting goaltenders this afternoon, Blake Ulmer, of course the starter for the Spartans, and Reese Sullivan, the goaltender for Colorado Mesa, as they take a long shot and score. And a great shot there by J.J. Brummett and beats Ulmer to tie the game 2-2 with 1:53 left in the first quarter.
Ulmer's had a great game so far, but this time he's beaten by the long shot, and it'll get this game back to being level. It's been a close fight so far between the Mavericks and Spartans in the first quarter. And, yeah.
And now we'll have the face-off between Mark Whitaker of the Spartans, and looks like it might be Dylan Checketts for the visitors. And indeed, that was the case, as you see the Spartans in control here, and up ahead with it goes Matthew Badeau. His pass up ahead. Luke McEnany sends it into the corner for Harry Kilkowski, who had the winning goal 1 week ago here today with 4 seconds left in the second overtime. And McEnany with it now. Spartans reset up top. And on the move now, Ethan Paduch. Pass into the corner. This is Kilkowski again. Nice little spin move. Kilkowski looks out in front. Pass connects. Bounce shot, scores! And that is Ethan Paduch. And the Spartans go right back up 3-2 with 1:07 left here in the first quarter.
That was just a great play from the Spartans there, looking at the replay, holding it from the back. Good movement from Paduch to get inside, picks up the pass and fires the shot. And at point-blank range like that, it's incredibly hard to get the save off. So it'll put Spartans back ahead 3-2. As you said, Bruce, with just a minute 7, it'll be up to the Mavericks to try to get another tying goal entering the quarter to try to give them a little bit of momentum.
Whitaker and Checketts again, and Checketts wins that one, keeps it himself, and starts it up across the Spartans line. And now Hunter Holcomb sends a pass over. Nice passing there, and shot not able to get through, and a flag is thrown, and we'll have a call on the far side of the field as play stops with 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. And I believe the penalty will go against the Spartans, and this coming with just 48 seconds left, so an opportunity here for the Mavericks to try to get a late one as they have fallen behind 3-2.
And that's
the
best
Spartans penalty goes to Matthew Bideau, 1 minute for slashing.
And that's the best type of situation you could be for the Mavericks, to get a nice penalty now with a minute to go and a chance to try to get it to level footing entering the quarter. And that gives you a little bit of momentum and allows you to shake off that goal that just gave the Spartans the lead and just say, all right, let's get back right into it and keep it even as we get ready for the next quarter of play. They're working around the outside, the top.
Jake Keys, a little flip pass, now down low. Mavericks with the extra man. 20 seconds on the game clock. Scores! And I think that one fooled Blake Ulmer. It almost looked like a pass that got by him, And regardless of how it finds the back of the net, the Mavericks able to tie it up 3-3 with just 18 seconds left.
And sometimes you need those little sneaky goals, and just looking, it's great distribution with the extra man. And yeah, I think Ulmer did get fooled just by the shot. It was a little bit from an odd angle, and maybe he thought he was just trying to dump it out to the side. But no, it's dumped right into the net. And now the score is tied, capitalizing on that man advantage. And it's 3-3 with 18 seconds. Probably not enough time for another goal, but maybe it's a commentator's curse. We'll have to wait and see.
Whitaker and Checkets again on the faceoff. And Colorado Mesa picks it up. A loose ball, they cross midfield. 8 seconds. Can they get one final shot away? And let's see if they're aware of the time on the board. They are. A long shot. Bounces out of play. And just 1 second remaining. And so the Mavericks put it in play from behind the net. Or they give it to the Spartans, actually. But the horn goes to end the first quarter of play. So we go into the quarter break with the teams tied at 3. You're watching Tampa Spartans Lacrosse on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service. So is research, so is becoming a better person, and we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Back alive here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. The Spartans trying to keep their record perfect. They come into this game with an impressive 6-0 one-loss record, but don't overlook Colorado Mesa. They, of the just one-loss variety in 2022, a 5-1 one-loss record, as the second quarter is now underway, and the teams tied at 3. Of course, they have switched ends, and so the Spartans now going left to right.
The Mavericks aren't only just 5-1, they're also riding a 4-game win streak that they'll be hoping they can make 5 in a row here. Spartans will hope that they don't get their first loss and have their 7-game win streak, since they'd now be 7-0.
Here go the Mavericks trying to gain the Tampa line. They do. And now a pass down low and in behind the Spartans net. Now on the near side, Jed Brummett sends it up top. And a little juke move there by Nate Lyon. Pass in the middle. And a great save by Ulmer. And a good look at the net there for the Mavericks. And Ulmer is there to the task as the Spartans go back the other way.
That was a great save there by Ulmer. A great pass there up, though, by the Mavericks to get that good of a look. But Ulmer, cool, calm, and collected, makes the save and now gives the Spartans a chance right here.
Colin White. And a nice pass over as Paduch had just stepped on the field. And now being worked over down there was Ronan Sanchez, so he sends a pass over to Kellen Hoke, who sends it up top. And now this is Paduch once again. And drops it. A loose ball, and 4 of them battle for it. And good hustle there by Colorado Mesa to come up with the loose ball as they go back the other way. And across the Tampa line, a pass over right in front. Shot scores! Great passing by the Mavericks. And it started, don't forget, with the loose ball way down at the restraining line at the other end of the field, and the Mavericks are able to convert that.
It was a great play in transition, and we look right here at the final passes. That's a great grab there for the assist. He has to get off the ground to reach the ball, and once he gets it, he's just able to lob it to the teammate, and he's wide open, and he gets a really nice shot off that beats Ulmer in goal and is able to give the Mavericks a 4-3 lead as they hope to try to regain momentum here.
That time it was Casey Platenik taking the face-off for the Spartans, and they are in possession and have it over on the far side of the field in front of their own sideline. McEnany with the pass down low, and over here to Colin White. White surveys his options, sends it up top for Nick Papa, and now a pass over for Charlie Bolish. Bolish, the defender, he gets by him, and a pass behind the net quickly over to the other side to White. Colin White sends it back up top and dropped there by Nick Papa, and now kicked at, and another turnover as the Mavericks are able to come away with it.
The Mavericks doing a great job of defense at the restraining line. We saw in the last possession they were able to get up the field quick and score when they were able to force a turnover. And I know the Spartans will be looking to try to defend their chance right here. Mavericks a little bit slower, but they do get it up, and now will be ready to try to extend their lead.
And now they cross the Tampa line, and a good burst of speed. Some strong defense being applied there by Hayden Toth as the Mavericks reset up top. And a nice little step there by Trent Purnell, and a shot that Ulmer got a piece of, and it goes out of play. Another great crowd on hand here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Tremendous support for the Spartans men's lacrosse program as the Mavericks put it back in play. Quick passing, and no shot available, so they take it outside and now behind the Spartans' net. Worked back up top once again. That's Hunter Holcomb. Holcomb tried to get a step, has to back up, and flips it over instead. And now trying the outside was Braden Lowe, and throws it away, and so the Spartans will take over on the turnover. 11:27 to go here in the second quarter, 4-3. Colorado Mesa in the lead. I should say number 20 ranked Colorado Mesa, as the Spartans have been playing ranked teams all season long here so far in 2022. And that's Harry Kilkowski with it behind the net.
And to go 6-0 against ranked teams so far, I think just shows how strong this Spartan side is and will be a threat in the Sunshine State Conference and potentially further on in the postseason.
Charlie Bolish dancing around back there. Bolish starts his move. Bolish, quick pass over for Colin White. Went too far behind the net. Pass up top. And now turning the corner, there's a shot that goes out of play off the stick of Ethan Paduch. Possession remains with UT, and still 35 on the shot clock. Long shot coming, and nice save there by Reese Sullivan on the shot by Charlie Bolish.
Sullivan, a freshman out of Portland, Oregon, a good save right there to keep the Mavericks in the lead as we now approach 10 minutes left in the second quarter.
And now they move it up across midfield. A pass gets thrown away, and they're able to recover just before it goes out of bounds in front of their own sideline. And so the Mavericks setting up here offensively. Hugh Keenan with a pass over for Ben Bickerstaff, and now they work it in behind the Spartans' net to the other side of the field. And he airmails it back up top for Keenan again. Keenan drops off a pass, looking to the sideline there for some instruction, turning the corner, and no shot taken as it's played into the corner. That was Levi McCoy. And now in close, and play carries on. A loose ball, and now a flag comes out, and so we'll have a penalty called here with 9.5 to go in the second quarter.
And on that play up until the penalty, Bedeau and Collingwood had combined for some good defense, denying a chance up close. But now, with that penalty, things will go right back to the Mavericks' way.
And so an extra man opportunity now for Colorado Mesa as the Spartans penalty is called against Kellen Hoke. 1 minute for illegal body check. And here go the Mavericks in behind the Spartans net. And now quickly up top, Hunter Holcomb whips it down into the corner. Looking for an open man, Jake Keys drops it off. And the pass is blocked and stays with Colorado Mesa. Sean Nizolek with the nice play defensively for UT. Working it back and forth behind the Spartans net. A pass up top, long shot coming, and Ulmer, nice save there. And a collision as Sam Collingwood tried to break out with it, and a flag is thrown. And you would think that we're going to have a call here coming up against Colorado Mesa, as there's 10 seconds left in the Spartans penalty against Kellen Hoke. And they work to kill that off, as you see Kilkowski looking up at the scoreboard, and the Spartans return to full strength. And there's a flag here, so we do have a penalty coming up against Colorado Mesa as UT continues to work it. Christopher Sesla across the line. Sesla stops, turns the other way, and goes back up top. And a nice move there by Owen Miller, breaking in, takes a shot that went wide and out of play. And now we'll get the call against the Mavericks.
And on the play, while Tampa had the advantage with the penalty looming, to open up that play, we saw Daniel Fitzpatrick set a nice little screen to get his shooter open, but the shot just grazed a little bit wide. Tampa now will have a man advantage. And looks like for 1 minute.
So A.J. Switzer of the Mavericks, a 1 minute slashing penalty. And now the Spartans with a great opportunity to tie it up. They do. Colin White scores. Top shelf over the right shoulder of Reese Sullivan. And that quickly, UT takes advantage of the extra man. And we are tied at 4.
From being a man down to being able to get a man up, Tampa's fought and got back into the game. We saw the pass from up back. And then right here, the shot, perfectly placed, top corners, maybe top bins you might sometimes call it, to get in and bet the score to 4-4 with 7:52 remaining in the second quarter.
And there you see the faceoff won cleanly by Dylan Checketts. That was Casey Platenik again for the Spartans. And Colorado Mesa has won 8 of 10 faceoffs so far in this game, as they have it now just inside midfield. And now the pass across the line, and they take it down into the far corner. Back up at top instead. Now over to Brummett. And looking to go one-on-one there, Sergio Paleo. Paleo had a little bit of an opening, but sliding over to help out defensively was Casey Platenik. Now an opening, and good defense there as the Spartans got a piece of it. That might have been Matthew Badeau that prevented the shot from getting through. And now he brings it up himself across midfield. A long pass up ahead connects. Colin White sends it into the corner. Kilkowski. And another flag was just thrown here near midfield. And so we're going to have another call coming up against the Mavericks, as this is Colin White with it. White heads towards the back of the Colorado Mesa net, now pivots and comes back this way. Sends it for McEnany. White for Kilkowski. Kilkowski with a nice little spin move back there. Kilkowski, nobody open in front, so they reset up top. Miller, and a pass over to Paduch. Ethan Paduch tries the other side, And a pass down low. Kilkowski in behind the net. Kilkowski gets a shot away, and the save made there by Sullivan, and they'll stop play for another call coming up here against the Mavericks. And you slowly feel this game starting to maybe turn the Spartans' way.
Yeah, and it almost had looked the opposite at the start of the second quarter. The Mavericks had good momentum, strong defense, and had taken the lead after being tied 3-3. But now you see the Spartans get another penalty. And I think the penalty kill earlier was the shot in the arm that they needed. And when they fired immediately with that good shot from White on the power play and advantage, now they're going to be ready to do the same here. And if they can take the lead again, as we're getting close to 5 minutes remaining, that would be huge for the Spartans to maintain momentum.
Paduch, pass over from Miller, and Hoke scores! Kellen Hoke pulls the trigger and takes advantage of the 30-second penalty that had been assessed to J.J. Brummett of Colorado Mesa, and UT goes up 5-4.
And Tampa have been deadly efficient from these penalties. And we take a look. Good movement, get the shot open, and a nice shot there from Kellen Hoke, who's a sophomore from Samowish, Washington, to be able to give the Spartans a lead.
And on that face-off, the Spartans, Mark Whitaker doing the honors as you see the loose ball, picked up by UT. And so now playing with a 5-4 lead. UT brings it up again into the Mavericks end of the field as that's McEnany on the far side. Behind the net, Kilkowski, Colin White. And you know that Spartans lacrosse season is in full swing when you see the fans gathered outside the fence down behind the scoreboard at the end of the field where UT is currently shooting right now. And again, just reinforces the popularity here as there's a great pass and a shot that looked like Sullivan might have gotten a piece of that one as, well, Colin White had picked up the loose ball and then lost the handle. So UT turns it over and a break there for Colorado Mesa.
And White was there on the rebound too, but just not able to get a good handle on it. Because if he did, he would have had an open net right point blank to try to fire in another shot. But it rolls away from him and eventually goes out for the Mavericks. And the Mavericks might want to try to capitalize on this mistake and get right back into it. He's going to bring it up into...
That's Eichelman, pass into the corner, and now in behind the Spartans net. And now worked over for J.J. Brummett. Up top goes the pass as Trent Purnell looks over to his own sideline and now wants to go one-on-one against Owen Miller. Purnell switches hands, sends it over, and quick passing by the Mavericks here. And yeah, that's going to be called a mile away as Hayden Toth got the stick up around the neck area of the Mavericks player. And so at 3:55 to go here in the second quarter, a penalty coming up against the Spartans.
It's not too different from the first quarter where the Mavericks were able to get a chance to equalize with a penalty late. The difference is now, will the Spartans be able to defend?
And it looks like at the same time, one of these teams is taking a timeout. So we will do the same. We'll step aside. You're watching Tampa Spartans Lacrosse on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. A 30-second holding call against the Spartans' Hayden Toth as the Mavericks go to work here with the extra man, looking to tie this game up with a pass up top. It's deflected in the middle, and the Spartans are able to cause a turnover. No, the Mavericks come out of the pack with it, and so they retain possession here as there's just 9 seconds left now, and the penalty against Toth, and a nice job there as Sam Collingwood takes over for the Spartans, and the penalty expires. So UT gets out of that one as you see a long pass ahead that connects with Kilkowski. Kilkowski, a pass right in front. Shot scores! Luke McEnany. And how about that from turning the tables, going from being a man short to they get back to even strength and quickly score at the other end of the field.
That was a great play to move the ball up quickly, and then they were able to capitalize on the shot. And just I'd say a well-worked play while looking at the replay. A good pass upwards, good job bringing it up, and then a good fired assist that leads to a pretty nice goal. And now the Spartans will lead by 2 with 3:13 left. And we were saying that, maybe the Mavericks could try to come back. Spartans showed it won't be that easy.
For Luke McEnany, that's goal number 11 on the season. And now on the face-off, the Mavericks with the possession. And in they come aggressively. Drew Eichelman. And the Mavericks work it in behind the Spartans' net. Pass over on the near side for Brummett. J.J. Brummett with a long pass and a basketball-type play by Alex Blatt to pull that one down as the Mavericks come back into the Spartans' end with a long shot. Nice save there by Blake Ulmer. And the Spartans will go back the other way. And here they come on the run. That's Christian Brodiak. Takes a shot. And a save made there by Sullivan. And back and forth here in transition go the Mavericks. And they'll put the brakes on Sergio Paleo as he'll go off the field. And the Mavericks make a couple personnel changes. And they take it down the far side and now send it back up top. This is Alex Blatt. Blatt looking to go one-on-one against Jackson Day. And a defensive switch by the Spartans as Brodiak slides over. There's a shot. Nice save by Ulmer. And Blake Ulmer rising to the occasion this afternoon. And the Spartans with a 6-4 lead. And he now has 8 saves in the game. As you see the pass connecting there with Jackson Day. Day up ahead, being chased. And leaves a pass for Kilkowski deep in behind the Mavericks net. Kilkowski with a quick move. Kilkowski comes out in front, stops, carries on, and a pass. And Daniel Fitzpatrick wanted to shoot, but 2 defenders on him. And now a call on the far side of the field turns it over. And so here comes Colorado Mesa. Right in front, they score! Well, someone left that wide open. Despite the great play by Blake Ulmer this afternoon, that's a high percentage scoring area, and you're going to bury those. And the Mavericks do with just 59 seconds left in the second. They cut it to 6-5.
And you can only ask your goalie to stop so many, or really expect him to stop so many of those high percentage opportunities. Because when you get those looks, a great goalie can stop them a good amount of the time, but you're not going to be able to stop all of them. You have to give the goalie the help you need, or else eventually that brick wall will break. And it is safe to say Ulmer has been a strong wall so far with 8 saves up to this point.
And now the Spartans, Kilkowski sends it over for McEnany. And up top is Owen Miller. As the Spartans can use the entirety of this game clock, as there's 30 seconds left in the half and a difference of about 24 additional seconds on the shot clock. As you see, some pressure being put on Christian Cicchini. And nice passing by the Spartans. There's a shot and a great save by Sullivan off the stick of Ethan Paduch. And so the Mavericks, 10 seconds left. And a long pass up ahead that's knocked down. And now the Spartans recover. And no one will get a shot off here as the horn goes to end the first half of play. So the Spartans go into the halftime break leading 6-5. And we invite you to rejoin us in 10 minutes for the call of the second half between the Tampa Spartans and the Colorado Mesa Mavericks. You're watching Tampa Spartans Lacrosse on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Just another ordinary day at UT.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you? Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Ladies to the line. Working hard. Yeah, right, picture that, where go back. I'm better yet, go to Times Square, take a picture of me with Kodak. Took my life, I'm living it for the positive, I just want to look at it. And tonight, let's enjoy life. Get through 9 yard, New York, test drive.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Back live here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus. We're almost ready to start the second half of play. The Spartans in a 6-5 lead. Shots on goal in the first half were 13 apiece, and 10 of 13 faceoffs won by Colorado Mesa. And the goal scorers for the home team, Colin White and Ethan Paduch, each had a pair, and then single tallies from Luke McEnany and Kellen Hoke. And it was 3-3 after one, and then the Spartans outscored the visitors 3-2 in the second half, and the second quarter. That puts us at our current 6-5 score. As the third quarter begins,
Make that 6-6. As the Mavericks will score right away, 7 seconds in. And right there, we barely had time to finish the introduction to the third quarter with a quick first possession that now will even up the game. So right there, it's going to be number 19, Carson Schwark, who's going to be able to get the equalizing goal. And that's the exact start you want if you're Colorado Mesa. Get a quick goal to try to get a nice little shot in the arm, get that adrenaline moving, see if you can build momentum. But Spartans now up, ready to respond.
and keep in mind these are two ranked teams, the number 2 Tampa Spartans and the number 20 Colorado Mesa Mavericks. 6-0 against 5-1. Spartans trying to keep their record perfect in 2022. And with it now, is Ethan Paduch. He's bumped, carries on, sends it behind the net to Kilkowski, and a quick pass over to the far side of the field. Colin White up top to Owen Miller. Miller on the move is met by two defenders, and a bounce pass. Chasing it down will be Paduch, and able to recover in time. McEnany over for Miller. Owen Miller works his way towards the net, takes a shot, scores! Owen Miller right in front of the net and beats Reese Sullivan. And so UT goes right back up 7-6.
That's just a great play there by Owen Miller. He's able to weave through the defenders, get into space, and get a nice point-blank shot that's just too hard to save. And that's what the Spartans needed to do. It's always demoralizing when you give up a quick goal to start a half, but they remained focused and got right back into it and now regain the lead off of that play right here with 13:53 remaining in the third quarter.
The goal came exactly 1 minute after the Mavericks had tied it up. And now UT in possession once again, as this is McEnany. And leaves a pass for Owen Matukas. Matukas fires a pass down for Kilkowski. And you see a beautiful sunshine-covered field here as our temperature has made its way up to 83 from what was 81 at face-off. And the Spartans looking for more here as McEnany sends it down low. And this is Kilkowski behind the net. Kilkowski starts his move, spins back the other way, and tries to get a pick. And now Kilkowski still with it. And credit the defense there of Tanner Stapkowski for Colorado Mesa, as the Spartans have it behind the net now with Daniel Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick ducks under a check, flips it back behind the net, 18 on the shot clock. Up top now, Charlie Bolish. Bolish across the line. Bolish has a little bit of room, takes a shot that goes wide and out of play. And it'll be Spartans ball and a fresh shot clock. So UT catches a break there off a strange bounce.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a weird bounce there, but it helps the Spartans. And as you said, a fresh shot clock gives you more time to work and cycle the offense once again and keep putting pressure, because at the end of the day, you can only defend for so long. You have to open the door sometime. Tampa, like on Halloween, they will get their candy to try to go up 8-6. Long shot will be saved, picked up on the rebound.
Paduch with a good shot from up top and a great save there by Reese Sullivan, as you see the Mavericks having trouble there finding the handle.
The referee almost got in the way of that.
That was Jake Eichelman, number 81, that lost the handle and results in the Spartans having another possession here. Kilkowski behind the net to McEnany. McEnany, patient, sends it to Kilkowski, and pass right in front, scores! Colin White, a great shot, and the Spartans able to beat Sullivan again and increase the lead 3 minutes and 20 seconds into this third quarter.
And that's just a good teamwork there to find Miller wide open, takes a nice shot, and completes a well-earned hat trick in 3 quarters. His third goal of the game, the most for the Spartans, the only one right behind him, Paduch with 2.
Colin White,
help the Spartans.
15 on the season.
15 on the season, 3 tonight. So a great afternoon showing so far for White. And the Spartans, who now lead by 2 with 11:38.
Face-off violation there on the Spartans, so possession for Colorado Mesa. And they need a goal here, as the Spartans have quickly rebounded from giving up the first goal of the quarter 7 seconds in, with 2 scores that have made it 8-6. As the Mavericks work it in front, they score! And a good individual effort there as they answer right back and close to within 1.
And that's what the Mavericks needed to do. They just conceded a goal to go down by 2, and they needed to make sure that they wouldn't stay down. And that's a great solo play, gets around the defender and fires a great low shot that's just too hard for Ulmer to stop. And it brings it to 8-7. So a great response there from the Mavericks. And will that be a bit of a boost they need to try to get it back to a tied game? 11:09, they win the faceoff. Great save by Ulmer.
Yeah, Dylan Checketts won the faceoff and took it down himself, and you sense that Spartans head coach J.B. Clark is trying a few different players in the faceoff circle to try to reverse the team's fortunes. 13 of 18 faceoffs won by the Mavericks, and on that last faceoff, that was Hunter Turner for the Spartans. So at least 3 different Spartans players that have taken faceoffs today. As you see, the Mavericks in possession again here, as it's Drew Eichelman with a pass over. And now they try the far side of the field. That's Braden Lowe. Sends a pass in behind the Spartans' net. Carson Schwark, who has a goal. And here come the Mavericks, trying to tie this game up. And in behind the UT net. Pass now as it's relayed up top and sent back over for Schwark. He takes it into the corner and a pass behind the net. And good defensive play there by Casey Platanek and able to cause the turnover. And so the Spartans with an opportunity now as they'll bring it up. And a long pass over for Matthew Badeau from Bradley Leonard. And now it's taken away. The Mavericks. And here's an opportunity. Shot scores. And all because of the turnover. And they're able to tie the score with 9:37 left here in the third quarter.
Yeah, just in that time, it was just a costly error there from Ulmer with the distribution. He gets back and makes a valiant effort on the save, but he basically just allows a nice little one-on-one. Ulmer will be disappointed on that play, but for the Mavericks, they will be ecstatic because that little missed pass has just given them a chance to tie this game up with 9:37 left in the third quarter. And they have been doing well in the stat sheet, of course. When it comes to shots, they're equal on 23.
So AJ Switzer with the unassisted goal, and he also has an assist so far this afternoon, so 2 points for him as his team in possession here again. And credit the Mavericks for not giving up after going down by 8-6 on a couple of quick Spartan goals. Colorado Mesa looking for another one here as they take it into the corner. And now a pass there by Paleo, and off to the races goes Hunter Holcomb, trying to go in behind the Spartans net, changes course, and sends it up top. And tracking it down is Alex Blatt. And now Blatt is defended there by Jackson Day. And Day stays with him as it's sent down into the corner. It's Hunter Holcomb with a pass up top. And Switzer gets inside. And the Spartans, are they able to cause a turnover? Yes. And a flag, 2 flags thrown. So we're going to have 3 flags actually now down on the field. And this all coming with 8:17 left here in the third quarter, as the official on the far side of the field making the call to the scorers table. And I'm seeing already at least one Mavericks player sitting in the penalty area on the far side of the field. So a break here for the Spartans, it appears, as we await the call. And so UT now, as they continue to discuss over on the far side of the field what the call is. And J.J. Brummett is the Mavericks player that has been called. 30 seconds for an illegal push.
That shot will miss. It gets the Mavericks the ball again. And now a chance to try to kill the man advantage. They just have to hold it for a few more seconds at this point.
Reese Sullivan, the goaltender, happy to kill some of those seconds himself. And now a long pass up ahead. And it does connect. Here comes Brummett. J.J. Brummett one-on-one. Great save there by Ulmer. And Kellen Hoke picks up the rebound and sends it up ahead. His pass misses, and the Mavericks take over.
Brummett just was able to get a great pass, made a catch, got by McCarthy, but Ulmer stood in the way, held firm, and was able to keep the game level at 8. Both teams back at full strength. Mavericks now trying to break the tie.
Other than being able to score, great possession there for the Mavericks, killing off the penalty, and now in possession again, and a chance to take the lead as they have it just inside the Tampa line. And now a pass that's going to miss, and does it go out of bounds? No, stopped just in time. And so Hunter Holcomb keeps things alive. Sergio Paleo with it now. And 25 on the shot clock. Paleo in behind the UT net. And up top with it now. The Mavericks, 12 on the shot clock. And strong defense by the Spartans. And the Mavericks are not able to get a quality shot on Blake Ulmer as the ball is turned over.
That was a good attempt. He had a good move to try to get through multiple Spartan defenders and tried a weird behind-the-back shot as he was being hit and falling, but it just goes a little bit wide and not a real threat for Ulmer. As the Spartans now will take it up the midfield.
Jackson Day brings it up. McEnany fires it to Kilkowski. Kilkowski sends it over to the far side of the field for Colin White, and back to Kilkowski again. McEnany up top for Charlie Bolish. Christopher Sesla returns it to Bolish. And now Bolish quickly across the Mavericks line. Bolish, and he backs up. And is passed over now for Sesla. Sesla has a little bit of room, takes a bounce shot. And a little save there by Reese Sullivan as it's played up ahead. And here come the Mavericks the other way. And a shot taken there by Logan Smith that goes out of bounds. And possession stays with Colorado Mesa.
In that play there, we saw Bolish trying to close down, and I think he did a good job of staying pretty close there to try to disrupt the shot, as it does go a little bit wide. No chance for Ulmer to make the save. But now the Mavericks again on the attack behind the goal.
And a pass over to the far side, up top. And strong defense there for the Spartans by Casey Platonik. And can they cause a turnover? Indeed, the official right there on the spot to call it a Spartans possession. Back they come the other way. And there's a pass over to the far side now. And behind the Mavericks net. McEnany with it. A return pass for Colin White. And that's Harry Kilkowski for Colin White as the official ducks out of the way of that pass. And now just stepping onto the field, Kellen Hoke fights his way through traffic. And Paduch with a long shot. And Sullivan got a piece of that one. Rebound, scores! Luke McEnany. What a great presence to find the rebound and then beat Reese Sullivan.
And that's the most important thing. If you miss a shot, you always have to have the hustle to go for the rebound. And we see right there with the scramble, McEnany gets it and fires in to get his second goal making it a brace today for him. But it also gives the Spartans a 9-8 lead with 4:13 left in the third quarter. And that's a good goal for the Spartans that could play an important role in the long one, as this has been neck and neck. You'd have to imagine that it will stay this close up until the very end. So I'll have to see if that one could be something that plays a huge factor later on.
This is Hunter Turner for UT again, going with Dylan Checketts on the faceoff. And it's underneath Checketts, and the two officials right there both call it for the Spartans. And so here comes UT now. Pass into the corner as Kilkowski sends a pass to McEnany. And up top now is Owen Miller. Miller stops, sends it over, and Paduch looks to the sideline. And Hoke, who had just stepped down, a return pass to Paduch over for Miller. Owen Miller, and fires that one out of play. Possession stays with the Spartans. UT leading it 9-8. We're down to 3:37 to go here in the third quarter. And Kellen Hoke on the move. Kellen Hoke with that big 6'3", 215-pound frame. And now the Mavericks, there's going to be a flag thrown on the far side of the field. And so we'll get a call here with 3:24 left. And it looks like it might be Jake Eichelman, a 30-second holding penalty.
And yeah, that'll give the Spartans a nice man advantage tag for 30 seconds. Will they be able to get up 10-8 right here? They're bringing it around behind the goal.
That's Harry Kilkowski. A pass, they work it up top. Owen Miller. And Hoke with a bounce shot that goes out of play. Possession stays with UT, still 14 seconds with the extra man. And Kilkowski with it now. Kilkowski right in front, scores! He was left on all alone, and no defender. I think they were waiting for him to pass, and he bounces it past Reese Sullivan for a 10-8 lead.
Yeah, just looking at the play, he brings it up past the goal just nonchalantly, sees no one's on him. He does a movement where it looks like he's past it, and I think that's just kind of what catches the Mavericks off guard when he then fires and bounces a shot right into the net to now put the Spartans up by 2 with 2 seconds away from 3 minutes exactly left in the third quarter. And that play by Kilkowski will be his first of the game, but certainly not his first points. He has 4 assists. So he goes up to 5 points. That leads the Spartans.
Barodiak with a pass. And now working for a shot was McEnany. Sends it up top instead for Sean Nizolek. And now McEnany relays it to Kilkowski. And they push it in behind the Mavericks net. Colin White for Kilkowski. And now for McEnany. And up top, Bolish sent it to Sesla, who looked to his sideline. And now this is Bolish with it again. And here comes Daniel Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick, a little burst of speed, stops. Fitzpatrick wants to shoot, and the Mavericks defense too strong on him, so he passes to Bolish, but now he gets it back. Fitzpatrick thinks he has a lane, sends it down low, and they dump it in behind the Mavericks net. Up top, Bolish, and wanted to take a shot, and credit him for staying with it. In front, they score! Colin White dances out in front and beats Reese Sullivan, and the Spartans really finding their groove now. It's 11-8 with 2:01 left in the third.
And I think the big thing on the play was Bolish was able to recover after getting knocked down, got that pass up to White, and White was able to fire it home. And even though it's a great play there and good shot by White, Bolish was able to keep it alive and draw the defender away from White to get the assist. So I'd say that point is almost more on him than it is for White. As White gets goal number 4, that will be able to give Bolish his first point as he comes away with the assist.
And this has become the highest scoring quarter so far in the game. 8 goals between the two teams combined, and there's still 1:44 left here in the third. UT had scored 3 in the first, 3 in the second, and now 5 in the third. And the Mavericks have suddenly found themselves in a 3-goal deficit as they work just outside the Tampa line. And now over the line, it's Trent Purnell with a pass over. And now this is Jake Keys. Keys puts his shoulder down and is met there by Owen Matukas. And it's sent back up top. And now the Mavericks driving, and a shot taken that goes out of play. That was Sergio Paleo with the shot. And possession still for Colorado Mesa as they have it on the far side of the field. And up top now, Purnell. Purnell going one-on-one, sends a pass over, and a great save there by Blake Ulmer. And the Spartans come back the other way in transition. Here they are across midfield. And now Matthew Badeau with a pass over, and up top for Matukas, quick passing by the Spartans. And unable to get a shot away was McEnany, so he resets up top with Matukas, and now McEnany once again. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. And now Kilkowski with it. Kilkowski trying to go one-on-one, has some room, bounce shot, and it goes out of play. Possession stays with the Spartans. 22 seconds left here in the third quarter as Jackson Day puts it back in. Owen White fires it over, and McEnany up top for Owen Miller. 14 seconds. Miller looks back at the scoreboard to see the time remaining, and Owen Miller sends a pass behind the net to Colin White. White to Miller, shot, and that one goes out of play. And just 1 second left. And so Sullivan picks it up, and the horn goes to end the third quarter. So the Spartans in a big 3-goal lead, 11-8, as we have 1 quarter remaining. And we'll be back with more Tampa Spartans lacrosse on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
Just another ordinary day at UT.
Back live and ready to start the fourth quarter with the Spartans in a 3-goal lead, 11-8. And Colorado Mesa, I was about to say, wins the opening faceoff, and now they do get control. And they take it down into the Tampa end, and a call there against the Mavericks. So things really starting to lean the Spartans' way.
And the Spartans are really able to have just a dominant third quarter. Not only were they able to outscore the Mavericks 5-3, they were able to now build that goal lead a little bit more, as well as taking lead in the other categories too, with a couple more shots on goal, as well with doing a good job of making strong offensive possessions. But another performance I think that's probably underrated has been Ulmer with 12 saves. And even though Sullivan has seen more shots on goal, Sullivan is 1 save behind with 11 compared to Ulmer's 12.
And now the Mavericks with it here offensively. Alex Blatt tries to get around Platenik as it's sent in behind the Spartans net. Now in front, they score! And a great diving play there. And put that one on the highlight reel for Colorado Mesa as they cut the deficit to 11-9.
Laying on the line, sliding into home with a nice shot to get the deficit to 2. Just a really nice play, and not only does it look cool, the coaches will love that you show the effort to get down to the ground to make a play like that happen. It's 11-9 with 14:02 left, and even though you were saying that Tampa was starting to gain momentum, we can see just how quickly it can change with that quick goal right here.
Well, the Mavericks, they score 58 seconds into this quarter. They scored 7 seconds into the third quarter. By no means are they out of this game. They certainly have not given up whatsoever, and those are indications right there. As you see the Spartans now in possession and hoping to answer right back as Kilkowski has it deep behind the net over from McEnany, and Kilkowski gets it right back. And now to Colin White, who has 4 goals this afternoon. And now Kellen Hoke across the line. Hoke up top. Owen Miller missed it, and it skips out to midfield. And so turned over as that's Jed Brummett with it for the Mavericks. And here's Brummett, and that one went wide and out of play.
And with how close it has been, still with 13:20 left in the fourth, it's not a surprise to see these two teams, both nationally ranked, both some of the top sides in the nation, giving us a great show today. With still time to go, that shot's going to go wide.
AJ Switzer way off the mark there. Fortunately, his team able to retain possession. And they have it now on the far side of the field in front of their own sideline. And up top with it, Braden Lowe. Lowe looking to go one-on-one here. And some defensive help. Sliding over was Hayden Toth helping out Owen Matukas. And now that's Micah Payton. Payton with a bounce shot goes out of play. Possession stays with the Mavericks. And they go right back to work. And a nice spin there. Blake Ulmer saw that one all the way and makes the save off Switzer. And here come the Spartans. On the run, Jackson Day across the line. Day falls down. And possession stays with the Spartans, and Colin White comes away with it. And White, a little flip pass for Charlie Bolesh. Bolesh stops, looks. And now Bolesh for Christopher Sesla. Bolesh once again. And sent it over to Fitzpatrick, who had just stepped on. And behind the Mavericks net, now over for White. Bolesh. Spartans work the perimeter as Sesla tries the far side. Nothing there. Sends it back up top for Bolesh. 20 seconds on the shot clock. And down behind the Mavericks net, that's Kilkowski. Kilkowski out in front. And that one's going to go out of play. And the official there on the spot to rule it in favor of Colorado Mesa.
Not a great shot in that possession, but they are able to cut the time down a little bit. And time will start to be a factor as it slowly creeps down here in the fourth quarter. And what's going to be important is for the Spartans to draw out some possessions, find some good looks, and eventually see if they can get a 3-goal lead. As Mesa will lose it right here, that's a great opportunity for the Spartans, and a big check right there. Think that they're going to say it's a little rough.
And surprising because when you see one of the Colorado Mesa players arguing, a stick had come up to the face mask such that it looked like there was going to be a Spartans penalty, and ironically it turns the other way as it looks like that's Caden Hathaway who's going over to the penalty area on the far side of the field for the Mavericks. And so the Spartans will have the extra man here, as there's a 1-minute penalty for an illegal body check to Hathaway.
And I agree, Bruce. I thought that might have been a penalty earlier with the Spartans. There was a little bit of an aggressive stick that was looking a little bit high, but the ref saw that to be clean, and that aggressive body check does lead to the penalty. That'd be disappointing for the Mavericks, but the Spartans still will have to figure out if they can break the Mavericks' defense, and generally the defense has been solid when play is slowed down.
The Spartans are 3 for 3 today with the extra man. And in front, Colin White. Oh, a great save there by Reese Sullivan, as Colin White almost got his 5th goal of the game and almost made the Spartans 4 for 4 with the extra man, as there's still 21 seconds left in the penalty against Caden Hathaway. As you see the Mavericks in possession here. And are they calling a timeout, I would think? Head coach Vince Smith wanting to talk things over with his troops, with still 10 seconds left in the Hathaway penalty, so we will take a timeout as well. You're watching Tampa Spartans Lacrosse on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Being a champion takes more than skill, more than endless drills, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the heart to give it your all, the agility to thrive from any angle, and the relentless drive to be the best. Welcome to Division 2, where the pursuit is yours to create, and the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
Back live here following the timeout called by Colorado Mesa, and they are in possession with 10 seconds left on the penalty to their Caden Hathaway, as you see the Mavericks take it in behind the Spartans net. And you've heard Taylor highlight Spartans goaltender Blake Ulmer. He's now up to 13 saves in this game, and they're looking to test him here are the Mavericks. As there's a pass up top and a bounce shot by McCoy goes out of play. Possession stays with the Mavericks. 20 seconds on the shot clock for the visitors. And now up top, there's a pass sent over by Blatt, and they score.
That's a great long-range effort there for the Mavericks. They're able to cut the deficit to 1 with 9:24 left. And we see he just gets a little bit of an open space and fires it, and it's one of the rare shots that Ulmer can't get to today, as it now brings the deficit to 11-10. What could have been save number 14 instead turns into goal number 10 for the Mavericks. And coming off that nice man advantage where they were able to kill Tampa and not let them score, that could have been a shot in the arm, getting the adrenaline flowing, getting them focused, as they have looked on fire since that point, as well as from the time out. They're also going to be able to get away with a face-off, as there's a scramble for it. Tampa will come away with it in the very end.
Hunter Turner, who had been out there to take that face-off for the Spartans, was the one who ultimately came out of the pack with it, as the Spartans have their lead trimmed to 11-10 with exactly 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And 1 week ago on this field, We saw a game so close that it took double overtime to settle it, as the Spartans won it on a goal by Harry Kilkowski. And now here they are. That was Florida Tech last week. Here they are being tested a week later by Colorado Mesa. As Colin White passes in front, they score! Luke McEnany on a great pass. And McEnany gets his third goal of the game as UT goes back into a 2-goal lead. It's 12-10.
White with his first assist, McEnany with a hat trick. We see the good pass inside and a brilliant shot there by McEnany to get the Spartans back up by 2. And that's important for the Spartans. They had been down 2-0 in the fourth quarter with goals so far. And to get on the score sheet here will help them not only keep their lead, but try to get in the way of the Maverick momentum that they had generated entering the fourth, as well as from that timeout a little while ago. We'll have to see how the Mavericks will respond right here as they're going to bring it up on the attack. Good defensive play by the Spartans to knock the stick out of the hand and win the ball right back.
Yeah, great play by Hayden Toth. Meanwhile, the other end of the field, a shot coming, scores! McEnany again. And just like that, the Spartans go up 13-10.
And this is what the Spartans needed to get right back into it. Keep focused and regain momentum. A great turnover following by a great transition and another great goal by McEnany to get his 4th of the day. 2 in just the last couple seconds. And that is huge for the Spartans and could be crucial if they want to take away the win here at home, keep their undefeated streak going. And it's going to put a lot of pressure now on the Mavericks, who will once again be down by 3. This time with only half of the fourth quarter remaining. Tampa also comes away with the face-off one more time.
And here goes White. Spartans smell blood in the water, although some strong defense there. As the Mavericks are able to cause a turnover here, they come the other way with a shot that goes wide and out of play. And so possession, of course, stays with the Mavericks. And they put it in play on the far side of the field. 7 minutes, 47 seconds left in the fourth. 13-10 now, the Spartans in the lead. As there's a pass in front, and it looked like Sam Collingwood might have gotten a piece of that one, causing the Maverick shot to go wide. And now this is J.J. Brummett. His pass up top. And on the run goes Sergio Paleo. And he's forced outside and now has to send a pass up top. And a shot coming. They score.
And that was a great shot from deep. That's an entirely difficult shot to make. Not only from the angle, not only with the defender in front, but it's a bouncer that is able to slip past Ulmer and cut that deficit back down to 2. And just taking a look at it, he's looking around, sees a defender, makes a nice little spin, and just fires and finds it into the back of the net. And if you're a fan of offense and you're just tuning in, then I know you're having a great time, because that's already the 5th goal scored in the period. 3 for Colorado Mesa, 2 for Tampa. Tampa still leads 13-11 now as we approach 7 minutes to go. Just a few seconds to spare until then.
That goal by A.J. Switzer, his 3rd of the game, looked like a lot of traffic that may have caused a screen for Ulmer. As you see the Spartans with a fortuitous bounce there, and away they come. As Badeau pass over, McEnany in front, Colin White scores! Left wide open in front of the net.
Great transition, great ball movement to find White open, ready for a point-blank shot, his 5th of the day, 6th point in total, as Tampa fires right back after the Mavericks are able to score. And now with 6:52 to go, after that well-worked play in transition, they lead by 3, 14-11. This has been back and forth this quarter. Very exciting stuff for both teams.
And for a game that only has a 3-goal margin right now, too many times today the Mavericks have left a Spartans player wide open, and those have been the ones that have made the difference in this game being 14-11 or maybe being tied. Yes, there's a huge crowd that has gathered outside the fence down at the far end of the field behind the Colorado Mesa net. And obviously, not a single person has left the stands here, which are packed once again, watching this exciting afternoon of lacrosse as the Spartans have it. Charlie Bolish fires a pass back up top. Owen Miller, and he goes down, and the loose ball picked up by UT with 25 on the shot clock. And Colin White is met. McEnany picks it up, and now McEnany's taken down, and two Spartan players down on the field as the ball is still loose, and it's the Spartans who come away with it. But a violation will give the ball over to Colorado Mesa.
We saw White go down in the previous play. He's back up and going after a shot that ricochets off the post. Nearly went in, but just didn't.
And so now the Mavericks will set up as Switzer sends a pass over. And no shot opportunity there for Paleo. Now a pass over and a shot taken. That's going to go out of play. And time slowly becoming a factor now as there's only 5:08 left in the fourth quarter. And there's going to be a timeout taken by the Spartans. And so we will take a timeout as well. You're watching Tampa Spartans Lacrosse on the Sunshine State Conference Digital Network. Back live following the Spartans timeout. I'm Bruce Wozniak alongside Taylor Solworthy as we have 5:08 left in the fourth quarter, and the Spartans trying to keep their record perfect against a pesky number 20 ranked Colorado Mesa team. And the Mavericks are going to be the ones to put it into play down to our left.
And you would expect the Mavericks to be an underdog here, but they have been playing level to the Spartans in a lot of categories, including really winning the face-off battle, which has helped them get early possessions and generate momentum when they're able to come away with goals. That's a great save right there.
And Blatt gets his own rebound and scores. What a great effort by Alex Blatt as Ulmer made a tremendous save, but then Blatt follows it up and puts in his own rebound.
At first you don't succeed, try again. It was first a good shot, but a good save. Picks up the rebound, gets open, fires again, and this time he isn't denied. And so that timeout, I think, has helped the Mavericks start to regain a little energy once more. 14-12 with 4:53 to go. Time will definitely be a difficult factor to contend with, but having a 2-goal deficit instead of 3 will help out the Mavericks. Helmet off on the face-off.
Yeah, a sign of how physical this game is getting. We just received word that Colin White is now wearing number 54 for the rest of the game because he had blood on his jersey. And then you see there on that face-off, Hunter Turner's helmet coming off, and two of the officials talking about that. And this all coming with 4:49 remaining in the fourth quarter.
And unsurprisingly, I think the blood on the jersey came from the play where White had gone down earlier without a helmet. So he'll be wearing 54, and that could make him a little bit trickier to mark for the Mavericks if they don't think that White is the 54. They might not realize that he is that dangerous Spartans goal-scoring threat. And that play right there, possession, is going to be retained by the Spartans, and they'll have a chance to increase the deficit, or at the very least, try to chew a little bit of clock.
And they take it in behind the Mavericks net. That's Kilkowski. And over now for Ronan Sanchez and Charlie Bolish up top for Owen Miller. Miller back to Bolish. And my hunch would be that unless there was something wide open that you can't refuse, that UT will use as much of the clock as they can, leading by 2 with 4 minutes and 2 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Still 40 on the shot clock. And so UT will be in no hurry. And that's Bolish just taking his time over on the far side of the field. Although keeping an eye on him defensively is Drew Eichelman. And now with 20 on the shot clock, Bolish comes in, and this is Kilkowski with it behind the net. Kilkowski turns on the... Oh, going down in front was Ronan Sanchez. And now the Mavericks start out of their own end. There's 3 minutes, 15 seconds left. They trail by 2. And they try to gain midfield and do. And Spartans, strong defense. And a great play there as they're able to cause a turnover. And back they'll come as Daniel Fitzpatrick flips it over for Charlie Bolish. And now Bolish will slow it up again as a flag is thrown. And so this is obviously going to be a call against the Mavericks. And other than a goal by UT, a call against them is about the last thing they need at this point, as the clock continues to run with 2.5 to go in the fourth quarter. And Bolish just taking his time. You see him walking it up towards midfield, and now starts on the run, puts the brakes on. Still 37 on the shot clock. And McEnany with it now, back to Bolish again. Bolish across the Mavericks line. Bolish is going to take it in behind the Mavericks net. And exactly 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And now a pass, Kilkowski out in front, scores!
And the question now is going to be, is that the dagger, is that the nail in the coffin that the Spartans needed with just 1:54 to go? The Mavericks will need to fire back and quick if they want to try to keep the game alive. A great well-worked play inside and a great shot to put the Spartans up by 3 once more. It does mean that the Mavericks won't need to worry about a man advantage for the Spartans, but being down by 3 goals is also a very harrowing task to have to come back from. And looking behind the goal that the Spartans are currently on offense attacking, as there is a flag off the face-off, we see even more students and fans congregated.
An amazing net goal by Luke McEnany. He and Colin White each have 5 goals in this game, so the two of them have combined for 2/3 of their team's goals, as our score is 15-12 with only 1:54 remaining.
That'll be a 30-second face-off violation for the Mavericks. And now they'll have to try to deal with another Spartan man advantage situation. With only 1:48 to go, the Spartans going to take their time.
And that's unfortunate for Dylan Checketts being called. He'd been so successful for them in the face-off circle this afternoon. Now, granted, the final stats will show something in the neighborhood of 17-15 is what it currently is in favor of Colorado Mesa. Face-offs won, but Checketts an unfortunate call there, as he's really done a yeoman's task in the face-off circle, as the Spartans, you see, just taking their time here despite having the extra man. That's Kellen Hoke with it on the far side of the field. And Hoke battles his way behind the net. Now a pass for Colin White. And up top with it is Ethan Paduch. Over for Hoke now, just inside a minute left in the fourth quarter. And Hoke fights his way through. A pass down low as it's sent over to the far side of the field. And in the far corner is Kilkowski, who looks up at the scoreboard and sees right now 42 seconds left and 6 on the shot clock. And Kilkowski will just airmail that one over to the invisible man and let the shot clock run out here.
The Spartans didn't need to score on that man advantage. They just wanted to kill the time. And with that, looks like they have secured victory. But the Mavericks will get a chance to try to get it up really quickly after the shot clock expired.
And the possession is actually staying with the Spartans because another call has been made against Colorado Mesa. And so the Spartans, all they need to do is just run out the remainder of the game clock, which is down to 15 seconds. As you see the pass over for Owen Miller. And Miller just needs to stand and watch the scoreboard as it counts down from 5 seconds left. And now that'll do it as the horn goes. And the game is over. A final score of 15-12. And so the Spartans improve to 7-0. A perfect start to their 2022 season. And Colorado Mesa falls to 5-2. And 5 is a magic number for the Spartans this afternoon as it relates to Colin White and Luke McEnany with 5 goals each. And Harry Kilkowski, by the way, 5 assists to go with 1 goal. So Taylor, the Spartans, impressive in pulling away from a game that started out close early on.
Yeah, and even though they were able to win by 3 goals, it definitely wasn't a blowout or really a dominant Spartans victory. Because taking a look at the stat sheet, both teams had 27 shots on goal. In fact, the Mavericks had 3 more shots in total, 42-39, than the Spartans. But another key factor for the Spartans win had to be Ulmer in the net with 15 saves, going 55.6% in making them. Those saves were definitely the difference that pushed the Spartans over the edge and gave them a win in this really exciting contest. And the Mavericks did a great job on the road against one of the top teams in the nation. They'll know what they need to do right next time to try to get back on another winning streak. And they're only 5-2 with 2 early losses, but they're still extremely strong as well. And it begs the question, maybe we'll see these teams later in the postseason if we see Mesa and Tampa make postseason deep runs.
And we want to mention Ethan Paduch with 2 goals this afternoon. And as Taylor mentioned, Blake Ulmer finishes with 15 saves. The shots on goal were 27 apiece. The Spartans had 12 shots off goal, and Colorado Mesa had 15 shots off goal. Face-offs won were 17-15 in favor of the visitors. And the extra man, Spartans 3 for 3, as you see the 2 teams shaking hands on a beautiful Saturday afternoon and a terrific turnout here at the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex. And we will be back with more men's lacrosse on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time when UT plays host to Flagler. So our final score this afternoon, the Spartans 15 and the Colorado Mesa Mavericks 12. For Taylor Stolworthy and Andre Pyatt, I'm Bruce Wozniak thanking you for watching, and have a great Saturday.